This is a help video for South Dakota Assessment Portal. There are three main steps teachers will need to learn in order to use the South Dakota Assessment Portal in their classrooms. They are: number 1, create a class; number 2, create a form and attach it to a test; and number 3, schedule the test to the class so that your students can take the test. This video will focus on step 3, schedule the test to the class so that the students can take the test. This is only for those that have created a class and a test, but have not scheduled the test yet. So notice in the other video we published the test, so the test is all published. You could click on the publish test and that would take you, that's a shortcut that will take you into the publish a test. The other way to do this is if I go into iTester and click on test sessions, then I will choose, make sure in the upper right hand corner you have your content selected. Mine is math. Program would be classroom. And then choose your test. My test is Algebra 1 equations. So now I'm going to click schedule test sessions. So on that other screen that I showed you, you had that option to publish the test. If you click publish test, it'll bring you to this screen. That is a shortcut. This is the other way to get to this screen. So once you are here, you have your two forms. So this is taking that you've already created a test with forms. So you select your forms, and then on the right side you select your class. So now I have my form selected. I have the class that will be taking the forms. Below that you have another area where you can set the window. This is if you want to set the window for a specific period. I'm going to set it for, keep it the same as the entire window, so I have it starting today, which is August 8th, ending in 2 weeks, which is August 22nd. Down here you have the option to use single password for all students. The student's username will be their 9-digit SIMS number, which is found in Infinite Campus. This is the same number that was used for the Smarter Balance testing and will continue to be used for the Smarter Balance testing. The password is generated by the South Dakota Assessment Portal. Each test that you create, it will generate a new password for the student. So the password will always be different for the student depending on what test the students take. The reason this is because by the password, that is how the program knows what test the student's logging on to take. So if you teach elementary, or if you're not very worried about your students logging in as each other, click use single password for all students. You'll have to click OK then. This will make it so all students have the same password. If you teach high school or if you're worried about your students logging in as each other, then you would have that unchecked so that every student has a different password. For this demo, I will make it so they all have the same password. Then I will click schedule test sessions. So notice I successfully scheduled 10 students across 2 forms. Half of my students will take this form, half of my students will take the other form. This way you can split them up and you can make it so that your students that are taking the same form aren't sitting next to each other. Now notice that there's a link right here that says view details / student logins. I'm going to click on that, and this is where I can get details. So up here is all the details. It tells me when the test begins, when it ends, and I'm just going back to that last screen. Notice that my test says in progress. That means that my students can log in right now and take the test. So I'm going to click back on the view details. And this is where you can get all the students' username and passwords. If you need to invalidate a session, you can do that right here. And what's really nice about this, if I select all, click on print student test logins, now it brought up a PDF for me. And the second screen is what's really nice. It has all the students' username and passwords in little nice tabs. So you can cut these out and hand them out to the students. If this screen did not come up for you, what you need to do is turn off your pop-up blocker. If you don't know how to do that, either Google it or you can talk to your technology coordinator, or you can email me at matthew.gill@state.sd.us, and I can help you turn off your pop-up blocker as well. So yes, you can hand these out. Notice that all the passwords are the same and the usernames are different. So once you've handed this to your student, what needs to be done then is your technology coordinator or someone needs to download the iTester 3 on each of the students' computers. This is the same program that gets used for the benchmark assessment and for the end of course assessment. And if you've used it in the past, it is the exact same download that we've used for the last couple years. The way you'll know if it's on your students' computers is if you go to the desktop on your students' computers, you'll have this iTester 3 for South Dakota. And what it looks like a circle with two legs. So once it's downloaded, your students will click on that icon and they will get this screen. And this screen is where they will log in to take their test. So they'll type in the username from the little tab, and then they'll type in their password, and then they will sign in. After they've done this, they'll be in their test, and this is a secure window, so they won't be able to open up other windows. They won't be able to minimize this. It's stuck, and this works great on iPads. If you want to learn more about how to use this on iPads, please check out the video called Enable Guided Access for iPads for South Dakota Assessment Portal. Thank you.